How you doing, family? Sit back, relax, get suited and booted. We're about to have some fun on Hot Topics tonight. Y'all check it out.
We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on. Got a few situations that we wanna talk about. Got a few disagreements, we gon' need to talk it out. Right here in the hot seat, no need for another route. We gon' keep it 100 without the bottom count. LB gon' pull it out you, a dentist with a drill. Don't be all up in your feelings, auntie gon' keep it real. Uncut with no chasing, no guard and no shield. Conversation productive, ain't worried about how you feel. Discussions keep on rising, shooting just like a rocket. They gon' need some aggression. Climaxing, can I stop it? Old news telling lies and getting out the pocket. This is Urban Rose Media, giving you hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. Just put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor.
We're going to hit them hot topics. That's what Flo Knight said. He said, put it on the floor. We're going to do the hot topics. Yes, we are. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Going to let some people get up in the house. I'm going to plug it on some platforms right quick. This show right here going to be fun. Lots of fun tonight. Last night was great. But I'm going to backtrack just a little bit because I had some people that wanted me to redo a couple of things that we did last night. So y'all bear with if you do see something that you seen last night because we're going to have fun with this. We're going to have some fun tonight, Saturday night, right before the 4th of July. Everybody ready to do some fireworks, some sparkles, some pop, some bang, chitty, bang. Going to have some fun tonight. 8:23 in the p.m. I'm sure everybody's went and got their little grub on. Speaking of grub on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something. I grabbed this from a friend years ago, and she tried to explain to me what a varmint was, and I just thought it was just so hilarious at the time when she told me this. Because generally, you don't hear black people speak in reference to varmint. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have a problem with hearing me speak in reference to white people, black people, get over it. It is what it is. I didn't make the title. You didn't make the title. It is what it is. But this one lady, she had told me she was at her job, and she had told me, she said, these people, these nasty varmints. And I'm like, what? She said, yeah, they're nasty varmints. They sneeze and don't cover up. They cough and don't cover up. And, they just nasty. They'll walk down the aisles and pass gas and just don't even have common courtesy to go other places and do what the mother and father should have raised them to do. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of coughing, that's what you're supposed to do. And I really did have to cough. But anyway, I'm tired. And some people say, well, don't go. But, I want to go, and that is to restaurants. But I'm tired of going to restaurants and these nasty varmints coughing. You sitting here on this side, and I'm the varmint. And they like, what? Yeah. No common courtesy. You got somebody over here. Cough on your people. Cough on the inside. Don't cough on the outside where you get ready to erupt innocent bystanders. So you got varmints on this side coughing, varmints on this side coughing, heavy traffic going up and down the aisle. I'm like, you know what? This ain't the place to be here. And ladies and gentlemen, I generally don't go to this one spot, and I vowed today I'll never go back again. And I'm not going to tell you where I went because you'd be like, yo, why'd you go there anyway? It wasn't Waffle House. But I do love my stuff smothered, covered in chunk. It wasn't Waffle House. If you ladies and gentlemen, you think it's Waffle House, it wasn't that one. But there's a spot on Cox Road if anybody can get me. If you can hop anywhere on Cox Road, you kind of like understand what I'm saying. Gastonia, North Carolina, Cox Road. If you can hop, just give you a little bit of information as to where that might be. But don't blame me because where I like going to the Cracker Wheel barrel bucket. They had 45-minute wait time, and I was super hungry. Now I'm gonna backtrack. Black people, when you have a restaurant, yeah, I'm panting right now. When you have a restaurant, black people, and you're starting out, and you're fixing breakfast, lunch, and possibly dinner, don't shut down your restaurant for 30 minutes to an hour and a half so that you can break down this, that, and the third, or whatever you're doing in the kitchen so that you can prepare for lunch. Prep your stuff at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning before you open up. I'm tired of going into black restaurants and saying, hey, we're not serving anything for another 30 minutes because we're shutting down from lunch to dinner hours. Really? But you're in there eating, and there's some people outside eating. We're shutting down. It's 10:35, and we're not doing lunch no more. At 11, we're not doing breakfast anymore. At 11, we'll be doing lunch. Well, therefore, I still got time. You said at 11 you're doing lunch, so I still got 25 minutes to get myself some breakfast. So I couldn't patronize a black restaurant this morning. I went to a white. See, but you want to blame the black people don't support you, but you don't make it easy for yourself to make money because what you could have done. This was a new black restaurant I went to. I heard about it. I heard about their chicken and waffles, so I decided to go there today. And the person that gave me directions, of course, they lived in Gastonia area their whole life. And what is that about? I'm getting ready to babble. Why, when you ask some people who are mouth of the Souths and know everything about everything, lived in the county, the city, the town their whole entire life, they can't direct you one place to go and get you there correctly. Not one place. Woo! They telling me the restaurant is on the left. So I'm telling my people, look, it's on the left down here below, maybe below this barbershop, blah, blah, blah. Just as soon as we look to the right, boom, there it is. But I was instructed, it's on the left. You just don't have direction, especially if they MOSs. MOS means mouth of the South. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, the T is silent. Yes, meaning they talk too damn much. But anyway, this restaurant, man, I went in it and everything, and I'm like, cool, nice place, looks good and everything, smells fabulous up in there, smell the aroma of some good stuff. But we got the young lady was going to help us. Then one lady that was sitting down just chomping away said, we're not doing breakfast no more. We stopped doing breakfast and started selling lunch at 11. But it ain't 11 yet. It's 10:35. I can understand. I still got 25 minutes to order breakfast. I digress. Moving forward. But go back to the varmints. So I go to this other restaurant, and there we got varmints up in there. Varmints, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what a varmint is, let me explain. In my terms, it may not be the actual dictionary term. You can look it up yourself. But in my terms, a varmint is a nasty person whose mother and father never taught them anything, and no one ever decided to tell them anything. And if someone did decide to tell them, hey, you are nasty, you correct your nastiness, they said, I don't care. I'm going to continue to be a varmint. That is my definition of a varmint. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is that though? I mean, if you got a cough, and we got corona. We're in the midst of corona. Why are you going out in public? And you don't have no cloth or nothing to cover up. You don't even have a napkin to cover up. You like this right here. Really? You don't even have common decency to do that. You can't do that right there. You can't do that. You just got to be nasty and just cough on everybody. Okay. All right. Get it. Got it. Last night we had fun. Lots and lots and lots and lots of fun. I know on Facebook it was told that we are going to cover this. Yes, and it's the truth. Do your research, ladies and gentlemen. It's the truth. Rugrats gone gay. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. A couple of them. Not all of them. It's Phil and Lil's mom. Phil and Lil's mom has gone gay. We're going to talk about that, though. We're going to get into that real good and deep. as this storyline goes along. But first things first, I'm gonna get all the real super important stuff out. But this story right here, Shikari Richardson, phenomenal. I'm gonna leave her picture up on the screen. I did a podcast on her a couple of days ago. It might have been last week. I'm not for sure, but I did a podcast on her earlier, and it was in reference to how she explained if it wasn't for her family, there would be no Shikari Richardson. And she also explained how she had just lost her mother the week prior to her winning the meet to signify her going to Tokyo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people, especially blacks, they think it's funny to put up social media memes and little pictures showing her with a backwoods blunt in her mouth, saying that backwoods is now backing her. There's one of her sponsors. Not true. They may want to one day, maybe, but that's not true. I don't think she would go that route. But one company that is sponsoring her, was her sponsor, and still is her sponsor. For everyone who thinks it's a joke, and please don't think I'm getting beside myself, but my thing is this right here: the mere people who are joking on her probably don't even know her story, didn't even hear her story, didn't even read her story. She's come a long way. And is Shikari battling with something right now? She is. She lost her mom a week or so ago. And this was a mother that she barely really knew, but was getting to know her mom. And her grandmother and her father and her other siblings pushed her to continue on. When she decided she wanted to give up, she didn't decide to give up. She wanted to give up, but they pushed her to go on. So, what is she dealing with something? Yes. Is that an excuse? She said it herself. No. She knew the consequences. She made a careless mistake in doing that. Was it in celebrating that she overcome the hurdle? Who knows? But one thing we can say is this right here. For those who clown her, and the reason why I'm up on it is because it's right here. How quick we want to break someone down, because all this clowning that people doing could break her and could make her say, you know what? I give up. And my thing is, all of you clowns who are on Shikari Richardson right now, Shikari, Urban Voice Media is behind you. And we will stand up and we will try our best to knock down. I don't care if they're good people to me, close to me, relatives, friends that they call to be my best friends. I'm going to knock you down in the dust, because this sister could take that negative energy that you're throwing out there and stop. In the words of Kumo Dean, how you like me now? So how would you like Shikari then? Would you like her if she stopped because she can't take the pressure of what you guys are doing? Or do you think that, you know what? I'm not in her shoes. I don't know what she's going through. And this goes to some people who deals with trauma and problems, situations, life coaches. How dare you step on this sister versus saying something positive to uplift her? Nike isn't even her family member. But Nike said, you know what, Ms. Richardson, we're not going to abandon you. We're going to continue to sponsor you. Thumbs up to you, Nike. Highly appreciate that. That's why I wear your Nike Shocks. They're some bad shoes. I just threw that out there. Yeah, I threw that out there. But people of all races, take that back. People of all colors, get off of Shikari. Get off of them. Yeah, Michael Phelps went through it. He lost a lot of stuff. He did. But he at least got the chance to compete. He ended his story. He ended it on a high note. Whether they take the stripes away from him or not, in his mind, he knows what he done in that pool. He won. Shikari don't get that. Yeah, it's Shikari's fault. But whose fault is it if she decides she wants to give up because she can't take the pressure of what you guys are doing, the beat down you're doing? It took a strong person to get on nationwide TV and do what she did yesterday and apologize. On CNN, Was it CNN? Yeah, it was CNN she was on. And she apologized. She's probably on all of the networks and apologized, but I watched CNN and she apologized. And she did it quickly. She didn't wait. As soon as the news broke, she did what she needed to do. And she said to everyone, to her family members, to her fans, to the commission, to the world, and to her sponsors, I'm sorry. She said it more than once, twice, 3 times a lady. Yes, she did. That's why I say these people who are trashing her right now, thinking it is funny, quote, quote, quote. These people, I can bet my last dollar, and I got a couple last dollars. They don't even know her story. Her story. They don't even know her track. They don't know where she come from, what road she went down to get where she got. They don't know it. Just got that feeling. Sha'Carri, keep running, sister. You're gonna bounce back. I hope they let you run that relay. I really do. And if they do, sister, blast them. Do that thing, girl. Do that thing. All right, all right, all right, all right. We're gonna get off of that. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of like briefly spoke of reference to the 78-year-old grandmother, Gwen Livy. She was sent back to prison. She was on parole, and here's a picture of her 76-year-old grandmother. And actually, she came home to her 90-something-year-old mother. She sure did. I think her mother was like 92. Her mother's still living. And let me see if I can find that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try to find that to the actual fact share with you as to, you know. But what happened was she was on the computer, uh, and she was doing some work in reference to a job, and her parole officer called. He missed the call, so she missed the call, and she was ordered to go back to prison. Now, as I picked it up, and this once again, this lady, she's from Baltimore, Maryland, and she was released from prison early last year, and she's now back behind bars due to her taking a computer class, and her phone line was hung up. Evidently, you know, I don't know the situation, what they had at home, whether she had a cell phone or not, what they called a cell phone, the house phone, or whatever. But needless to say, she went back to prison. And ladies and gentlemen, this goes back to state that these prison systems, when they're letting people out, I covered this briefly last night, but I didn't get a chance to place it up. That's one reason why I'm bringing it back up tonight. When these prison systems are letting prisoners out, they're not letting them out to where they automatically, you know, they did a job program before they got out, like months before they got out, they got them a job, and they were doing like release, letting them work several hours of the day. So when they got out, they still had a job. The employer had a rapport with them. The employer knows what they have on their hands. They know that it's a good worker. They don't give them that opportunity. They don't give them leads as to how to find a job, where to find a job, who's actually hiring. They don't have that. It's up to them to get out, and they're expected to have a job. Yes. And a lot of people who get out, you know, they're on probation, they have to pay probation fees. How do you pay a fee if you don't have a job? And one way of getting a job nowadays is getting on the computer. Hello, it said last year she got out of prison in the midst of Corona. She was released early last year. Early last year was the midst of Corona. It didn't say what date early last year, but hey, on June the 12th this year, they took her back to daggum prison. I would love to see the follow up story showing that Miss Livy is released, and the technicalities that they are coming up with or have in structure is being worked on to where this don't fall back on people, because she's not the only person who goes through this and keeps getting knocked up through the loophole of gotcha. You didn't do what I needed you to do. And it's simple. It's almost like, you know, putting a piece of candy out there and tell the kid they can't look at it, and they accidentally walk past the candy and just look at it. They don't touch it, but they look at it. And so there you are whooping them. You're punishing them for looking at the candy you told them not to look at. But you put it in their walking path. Really? People, there's a lot of things we have to stand up and ask for corrections and stop putting people down and saying, hey, told you he was a bad person. Told you she was a bad person. Look at her going back to prison. Going back to prison. This right here came up on my sister-in-law posted this today right here. And this right here is touchy because it's going back to the kid situation that I'm going to jump into in a few. Check this out right here. This is a thought of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Don't compare your child to others. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon. They shine when it's their time. Let that soak in. I'm going to leave it on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Don't compare your child to others. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon. They shine when it's their time. You don't complain at night. Hey, the moon ain't as bright as it is the sun. The moon don't put off as much heat as the sun. And you ain't complaining when the sun's out. The sun ain't as cool as the moon. Ain't never heard nobody say that. Nobody. So watch what you say and do around the children, please. Indeed, Miss Phillips, salute to you. Indeed. Yesterday also we spoke in reference to it's ironic these things come up after we speak on the topics. We speaking in reference to the young lady that was on the podium headed out to Tokyo, and they were singing the national anthem, well, playing the song for the national anthem for America. And two white ladies had their hands over the shoulders, and the black lady had her hand on the hip and turned sideways. And a brother had a problem with it, or sister had a problem with it, and went on social media and blasted the young lady. And in her defense, I came and told them how I felt in reference to you blasting them. They have their view on the anthem and the flag, just as you have yours. What makes your view better than her view? Now, D.L. Hughley was asked something in reference to Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this right here. And think about that. That article, well, not article, that post that the person put up yesterday, that I had on a podcast yesterday, in reference to how wrong the sister was for not doing this and pledging allegiance. Think about this right here. Let it soak in. Yes. D.L. Hughley was being interviewed on CNN. He was asked, would you still listen to Michael Jackson and R. Kelly's music knowing what they did to kids? How do you know what they did to kids? Anyway, accusations isn't proven. Anyway, we're going to progress. DL replies, yes. DL then said, just like we still sing the national anthem knowing what America did. Hello. Yes, still listen to Michael Jackson's music. Yes, still listen to R. Kelly's music. If it's true or not true, still do it. But we do know it's true what America did. But you still want us to do this right here. I learned a long time ago, stop it. As Whoopi said, until you do right by us, ain't nothing you do gonna come out right. And you're gonna have some bystanders that look like me that's gonna coincide with that thought. You should do this because you live here. To each his own. I'm not gonna knock you, brother. I'm not gonna knock you, sister. To each his own. Miss Phyllis, I agree. And I'm telling people, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. If the message is the truth, just enhance it. Utilize it. Apply it if the message is true. Thank you, DL. And thank you, Mr. Roseborough. Mr. Roseborough, you're doing your thing, bro. You're doing your thing in providing Urban Voice Media with some of the great information that we display up on the screens. Going over the small stuff before I jump into the big stuff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Monique. Yes, yes, yes. Monique back up in that junk. Yes. Sister Monique, Queen Monique. I'm around her age, so I can't be a nephew. And then again, I can't because I got an auntie not too much older than me myself in her 50s, and I'm in my 50s. Hello, Grandma and Grandpa. But anyway, Monique on the sister again about this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean no harm. Monique deserve to be on the sister for this mess right here. And then she's looking back with a hand on her hip, like, you cute and sassy. No, you trashy. That's nothing cute about that. I'm sorry. You trashy, sister. You're probably a beautiful lady, lovely heart, but you're looking trashy, sister. And I'm gonna share this with you. I heard this earlier. Back in the days, I had a grandmother and grandfather, several grandmothers and grandfathers who told us how to dress and how to look. I remember my grandmother one time yanking me up and said, "Baby, turn around." I turned around and she was, checking me out, making sure that I was neat, make sure my shirt was tucked in where guys don't tuck in shirts no more. That's the fad. Okay, we roll with it. But she was making sure I was looking neat and nice. She said, "Baby, you look handsome." I said, "Thank you, Grandma. Thank you." Now, we got grandmas today who don't do that no more. We got aunties today who don't do that no more. That's what Monique is saying. Somewhere down the line, some grandmothers, some mothers, and some aunties have been failing these ladies. Because this is pathetically pitiful right here. How dare we continue to keep doing this, ladies? And the men don't get a pass either with the sagging and showing underwear. No. Take these young fellas and put them back in the 70s and 60s and 50s and 40s and 30s and so on and see what they'll get. They'll get a knot yanked out their ass for dressing that way. And they can only be told once and they know what to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, get off Monique's back. Applaud her for doing what some mothers, aunties, and grandmothers will not and are not doing. And that's telling these ladies, stop it. How dare you? You ain't walking out the house. You ain't going nowhere with me looking like that. Get mad if you want to. Y'all remember the slogan, get mad, get glad with a heavyweight trash bag. I'm sorry. You're not getting in this car if you think you're going to dress that way. Thank you, Sister Monique. And people, please applaud Monique for doing, once again, the job that these young ladies are failing to hear from their peers. This is pathetically pitiful for people to even talk about Monique on that one. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That's sad. That's overly sad. Overly sad. There's a story. Get ready to get into the goodness. Before going any further, we're gonna plug a note. Brother Tony Flo Nice is the author, the artist, the musician behind the Hot Topics introduction music that we have here. Thank you very much, Flo Nice. Thank you very, very much for providing Urban Voice Media with that. Thank you very much. There's a story up in New York, and this is the reason why we get ready to get into it. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I failed to pull something up. Um, it was Blues Clues. Give me 1 second. Um, as I pull this up, and it's sad. It's very, very sad. Give me 1 second as I let this. Um, there's a lady up in New York. She's a director to. She's a director to. She's the director of the health and wellness at Dalton School, and she had the liberty of showing 6-year-olds a cartoon during her sex education class. And that was the other thing that I didn't pull up that I was supposed to pull up for you guys because I want you guys to see that video. I really, really did. I want you to see that video. It's crazy. Um, Give me 1 second, guys. hoping that I can find it. It's not funny either. It's not funny at all. It's not funny at all. And if you haven't seen it, man, it's sickening, downright sickening. Give me 1 second. I'm still looking for it, guys. I'm still looking for it because I really, really want you guys to see this video. I know y'all hear me click clacking over here, don't you? Man, where is it? Come on, don't do this to me. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. It is it's called I think it's help them learn about their bodies, or it's help kids learn about sex. It's by Tusky and Friends. I'm getting to it though. It's by Tusky and Friends, and when you see this, you're gonna be like, "Thank you, LB, for taking the time to actually find that video because it's unbelievable. Things that I didn't know that was actually out there. I'm like, wow, this is really, really crazy. It's out there that these people are, they got videos like this. Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to find it. Still trying to find it. Here it is. It's called "Help Kids Learn That Bodies Are Private." And it's 2 minutes and 34 seconds. If you guys go to YouTube and you want to check it out after I play it and everything. But this lady, she did. She Justine Fonte. I think she's a Chinese. I think she's a Chinese lady, but she showed 6-year-olds the cartoon during her sex education class. Now, think about that, ladies and gentlemen. What 6-year-olds need to learn about sex education? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What 6-year-olds need to learn about sex education? Mm-hmm. And see, the cartoon featured small children discussing touching themselves because it feels good. Really? Okay, so a teacher feel that it's necessary that a 6-year-old learns about sex education, about touching themselves because it feels good. Okay. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you. I got it queued up. I'm going to show you this video. And I want you to tell me, would you want, need, and would like to have your 6-year-old child, your 6-year-old little brother or sister, your 6-year-old grandchild, your 6-year-old great grandchild watching some mess? And when I say mess, yeah, mess. Would you want them watching some mess like this right here? Y'all tell me.
Whoa, watch it. You almost hit me in the pee-pee. What's so funny, you two?
He said pee-pee.
Do you notice that when you say pee-pee, you giggle, but when you say penis, you say it in a serious voice?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out. When have you heard an adult tell their child that their pee-pee is a penis? What's the use of telling them it's a pee-pee if you're going to tell them it's a penis? That's just my thought. Here we go.
I never noticed that before.
Some children and adults feel uncomfortable when they talk about their private parts. They have cute or funny names for them.
What's one for a girl's private parts?
Here we go.
JJ! But what does Scoops mean when he says vajayjay?
He means vulva.
That's right, Kayla. It's important to use the proper words for our private parts.
Why?
Because our private parts are just as amazing as our hearts, lungs, brains, or any other of our amazing body parts.
But our hearts pump blood, our lungs breathe, and our brains think.
All our private parts do is pee. That's not entirely true, Scoops. It is true that a person pees or urinates through a hole called the urethra in the penis.
Does everyone have a urethra?
They do. It can be harder to see, but girls have a tiny hole in the front of the vulva where urine comes out from their urethra.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, why do these babies need to know this at 6? I'm waiting for the answer. I'm waiting for the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Why at 6? At some point in time, yeah, I can understand it. It's a part of anatomy, a part of health. But why at 6? These kids need to know that a PP is a penis. I'm glad Leroy wasn't in there and he said something different from penis. We're going to proceed.
Urination is actually very important. It helps us get rid
Now
of
they peeing on the
waste,
screen.
stuff our body doesn't need.
Hey, how come my penis gets big sometimes and points up in the air?
What? Whoa. See that? Y'all play too much. Who's coming up with this? Who? Ladies and gentlemen. Who's coming up with this and saying, hey, you know what? 6-year-olds need to know this right here. Who made this as a cartoon, number one? Forget the lady in New York and showing the cartoon. Yeah, I was going to say cartoon. Forget that. Let's go to the illustrators who made this cartoon and why they felt it necessary that, I don't see a teenager looking at this. Because this is children-matic here. Small kid-matic cartoon. So why would they make this illustration for babies? Why? Okay, y'all. We're going to proceed on. Now, you heard him say, I'm going to roll it back. Why does it?
It points up in the air.
That's called an erection.
Sometimes.
Let's go back.
That's called an erection.
One more time.
Hey, how come my penis gets big sometimes and points up in the air?
That's called an erection.
Sometimes I touch my penis because it feels nice. Is that
what? See what we're doing? See what we're doing? He said because it feels nice. At 6, his pee-pee gets bigger and point in the air, and it feels nice when he touch it. So you mean to tell me, ladies and gentlemen, if any kids is on here, y'all please grab your babies. Grab your babies. Grab the little ones. Because they don't need to hear this. Not just what I'm saying. They don't need to hear this at all, period. This is for the grown folks right here. Why are babies talking like this? And no babies are the cartoon illustration, and this is given to the baby. So now some babies might not even be experiencing that. Now they might go and do what? Hello. They may go and touch themselves. They may go and see if theirs can get big. Maybe little Roger's pee-pee hadn't got big yet. Little Roger and little Trayvon and Shy Christopher and little Ray. I don't know, Ray. His might have now. His might have done got big. Ray has pointed. Because you got some little babies now running around touching ladies' booties, and the girls are laughing about it and telling them, hey, I done told you don't do that no more, versus really jerking a knot in Ray's butt. But y'all listen to it one more time.
It gets big sometimes and points up in the air.
That's called an erection.
Sometimes I touch my penis because it feels nice. Is that okay?
Sometimes when I'm in my bed or when Mom puts me to bed, I touch my vulva.
What? These babies are masturbating, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's cool to make a cartoon. Look at this on the screen. Y'all see it. They're masturbating. The little girl said sometimes when I'm alone, then she said in the tub when mommy puts me in there, she touched with her vulva, whatever she said. The little girl said, but JJ. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay. Kids are masturbating now. Yes. Kids are touching themselves. They squeeze it, making it hard. They playing the piano down there and making it feel good. Kids, the babies, the 6-year-olds. We're going to roll it back. We're going to roll it back and let you hear it again. Your ears have not deceived you. Here we go.
How come my penis gets big sometimes and points up in the air?
That's called an erection.
Sometimes I touch my penis because it feels nice. Is that okay?
Sometimes when I'm in my bath or when mom puts me to bed, I touch my vulva.
And
You
who
have a
showed you?
clitoris there, Kayla. And yes,
What?
it's okay to touch your clitoris.
What? Did y'all hear what she said? Woo! She told a 6-year-old, it's okay for you to touch that thing, girl. It's okay. Touch it. Rub it. Touch it. Rub it, she said. Yes. We're going to go with this one more again. What was her name again?
It's because it feels nice. Is that okay?
Sometimes when I'm in my bath
Little
or when
masked
mom
girl.
puts me to bed, I touch my vulva.
You have a clitoris there, Kayla. And yes,
Kayla.
it's okay.
Kayla, you don't listen to that heifer. Don't listen to her. She's a heifer. Yeah, she's a heifer. Telling this little girl it's okay for her to play with herself. Don't you do that. No, she didn't say play, but what is she saying then if she said it's okay to do this at 6? Kayla, look at me, Kayla. Kayla, don't look at her, look at me. Don't do that. You don't do that.
In my bath or when mom puts me to bed, I touch my
Little
vulva.
nasty ass
You have a
varmints.
clitoris there, Kayla. And yes, it's okay to touch your clitoris. And Keith, it's okay to touch your penis.
What?
But have you ever noticed that older kids and grown-ups don't touch their private parts in public?
They don't?
That's right, Keith. It's okay to touch yourself and see how different body parts feel, but it's best to only do it in private.
Well,
Wow.
if private parts are so special,
Wow.
why do you cover them up? Because they are private, silly.
That's right, Kayla.
I'm done. You guys, y'all can go check it out. It's it's called Help These Kids Help Kids Learn That Bodies Are Private with Scoop and Friends. Pitiful. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. Blows my mind. But yeah, I'm not for sure what happened with the lady who showed the 6-year-old class, this sex education at Dalton School, but I would hope that she's fired, and I would hope that someone does something to get on that school. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, Miss Brownlee, the young lady name was Kayla. You might want to check with some of your family members to see if anybody taught their kid, maybe some of your children, if your children's name is Kayla, to touch your pee at 6. But that's what they're doing nowadays. They're teaching kids. Yes. Now, cartoons when in the 70s, I can't go no further back than that, but in the 70s and 80s, cartoons had nothing to do with genitalias. Nothing. We still had Sesame Street teaching kids ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, how to be friends, how to get along, how to add, how to subtract. Cartoons today is teaching kids how to get down, how to play with yourself in private places. Don't do it in public, do it in private. Be a little pervert. That's what cartoons are doing now. Teaching our little ones how to be perverts. Yeah, that's what cartoons are doing now. Check it out, y'all. Yeah. The Electric Company. Yeah, exactly. Something that's going to, exactly. Keep on rolling with it, Miss B. Keep on rolling with it. Those are things. And ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know those because your mother, father didn't teach you, here we are. Roll with some more. Roll some more if you can, Miss B, Miss Brownlee. If you can, roll with some more. Because this is just pathetic. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the main reason why we're here, I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a little break off of that. We're gonna come to this. We're gonna get to this. Yeah. But see, what happened is this right here. The handlers that are controlling things, they can't get to a lot of the adults in reference to being gay. But who they can get to is the children. And you look around now, you have more gays than you've ever had before. People will say, we've always had that many gays, but they were in the closet. They didn't want to come out. I can't say that you're wrong. I can't say that you're right. But it just seems like that it's being shown and taught that, you know what, a man be with a man, a woman be with a woman. I'm not here to judge, but I do say give the kids a chance to define what they want versus teaching them what they should do. Um, it could be borderline to say, hey, well, your mother and father taught you what to do because you saw your father with a female. You didn't see your father with a male. It's a hard battle to say, you know, which direction is right, which direction is wrong. I just wish the cartoons wouldn't do this. The cartoon makers wouldn't do it. I really do. And I wish adults would not allow our children, if you are in a male-male relationship or a female-female relationship, I wish you wouldn't. And I hope that you're not saying, hey, little son, you do what me and your other daddy doing. Hey, little daughter, you do what me and your other mommy's doing. I just hope they wouldn't be doing that and give their child a fair chance to make their own humble, honest decision as to which route they want to go. And whichever route they want to go, I'm perfectly fine with it. I can get along with any and everyone on whatever type of level they're on. But we're going to jump off of that and come back to the kid thing in a minute. We do have one of these for today. I know we ran across a lot last night, and it's not these clowns right here. That was hilarious right there. If people didn't catch it, haven't seen the Put Me Out Neighbors, go to the podcast that Urban Voice Media did last night. And I guarantee you, if you don't want to watch the whole podcast because it's pretty lengthy, scroll up until you get to the point where you see these clowns right here, and wow, you're going to have fun with it. But we're going to talk about this gentleman right here. We're going to talk about him. Miss B, I'm going to take you out the screen for a moment. And this gentleman right here, he goes by the name of Elliot Middleton. He's from South Carolina. Mr. Middleton, he's a cook. He's a barbecue specialist. You know, he does his thing on that grill, but he transforms clunkers, beat up cars that people just ready to take to the car compound and get smashed up. What he'll do is he'll take those vehicles and he will refurbish them, and he gives them to needy people who are in the need of a car, because they say in the interview, and I'm gonna play the interview. In the interview, I'm gonna just let you listen to it. In the interview, it stated that in the area he's in, there's no Ubers. So, and a lot of single mothers and everything, or just elderly people don't have cars. He'll fix them up. He'll go in and bring those old cars back to life. And I want you to listen to this interview right here. Check it out.
Elliot Middleton knows his way under a hood, at his barbecue restaurant, and in his yard, a cemetery of used cars.
You have a car that you thinking needs to go to the junkyard, contact me first.
This 1990 Mercedes has more than 400,000 miles. Middleton, a trained mechanic, gives clunkers new life and new homes in South Carolina's rural low country.
There's no public transportation, there's no Ubers, there's no taxis or nothing like that.
If you don't have a car out here, you walk.
You walk.
Unless Middleton surprises you with car keys. Single moms, job seekers, older folks with doctor's appointments. 32 rehab cars since last September.
Some folks don't even believe it. It's like, no, that's not my car.
Does every one of these moments give you the best kind of buzz possible?
It's beyond anything in the world.
His father, also a mechanic, taught him about cars and caring. Middleton gifted 5 cars last Christmas. This 2004 Suzuki went to single mom Jessica Litchfield.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop that. Did y'all hear what they said? Since last year, 30-something cars Mr. Middleton gave away. There's no taxi or Uber service there. His father showed him how to get under the hood and work it out. Tilt your hat off to this brother, ladies and gentlemen. Elliot Middleton, down in South Carolina, rural part of South Carolina. Tilt your hat. He's not too far from us. And you just think about that. If we teach our children a trade, watch how that trade transcends into helping others. Look at that. He has his own barbecue restaurant. And if you can, ladies and gentlemen, go and look it up. It's cbsnews.com. And just type in Elliot Middleton, South Carolina, Man Transformed Lives. Type that up. The video will come up. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful story. You will enjoy it. Mr. Middleton, I salute to you, my brother. I salute to you. Doing great things down there. Yes, he's a blessing. Yes, he is a blessing. Thank you, Mr. Middleton, for doing what you do, brother. Thank you so very much. All right, guys, we're going to keep rolling it and keep rolling it and keep rolling it. There's more stories, more stories, more stories. Before we get to the more stories, check this out right here. Early in the week, I put a post up in reference to Rakim, rapper from the 80s. And Rakim, the picture stated, hip hop is dead, when the lyrics have been overpowered by the music. That's not exactly how it went. I'm gonna go to my page just to make sure I say it right. Yes, I'm anal on that. Make sure you do the right thing. It says hip hop died when beats became more important than lyrics. See that? See how I screwed it up when I first said it? Now, and when I put it up on my page, I noticed some artists, rappers, they chimed in and said, their piece in reference to, you guys are old, They didn't say that, but you can read between the lines what they're really trying to say. But think about what they said. Hip hop died when beats became more important than lyrics. In the 80s and 90s and the 70s, you could really truly understand the lyrics. And you could go to any club and you can hear people reciting the lyrics while they're on the dance floor, while they're at the bar, while they're in a booth sitting with their groups, while they're on the walls. You can pull up at a car and hear a person reciting the word for word of excitement and enjoyment. It's very hard to understand what these kids are saying these days, if they're even saying anything. Some rappers do. I won't take that from you. But there's one too many rappers that you don't know what the hell they're saying. And believe me, people, rap, most people don't even know what RAP means. You can even ask an average rapper these days, what does rap mean? He can't even tell you. If you see this podcast and you know a rapper who is not associated of any kind of form, do not get any type of updates from Urban Voice Media, please let your rapper friend, nephew, brother, sister, cousin, son, daughter know. Rap means rhythm and poetry. Rhythm, R&A-P, poetry. What's the problem? Check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did not want no problems in Jersey with this guy.
Trip over slang clip. Got a lot to do with internal matters. The game is come multiply time with tunes, including name this.
Got yards of pills on bury, you do the red. Got a white collar clown pneumonia, I sue the fed. Immune dipping low on matic professional. You should be honored the medal in the moniker, so congressional. You quest code the link on stat below Paul to pro ball quote Quasar or Flowzar. Quotes catapult from the asphalt, some fears, some light years ahead of the fastest asthma. Awkward squawk for this, you allow me to retort. We thought it's a collective from his MC's fault. When labels evaded souls from stronghold, stepped to some of the greatest lows, evidence of they created control. Try to vast my passion, articulating matters that with surpassing, sleepwalking the mass through fashion. Gas, ass, and cash, subliminal thrashing, blood, sweat, and tears for years, for minuscule rations. No sympathy, epiphany, ended in infamy. Saying soldiers that would've went in for me, now got it in for me. Money might restore Satan, Corinthian symphonies and ministries. I felt the reach of potential's epitome. Sitting on me literally, due to eclectic lyricism and meek rhythm that I peak the literacy. And no limit to the lines I'm giving you. I'm the spirit of divine time, rappers beyond the rhyme, but remember, you know millennium rock, him divided into pot times, jigger. My kind of nigga. Break crook, shake hook, create gifs to the state, push database, put in my Facebook. Like the analog, now long and gone. Thus wash away beautiful control cars and drone with platinum in meridian mirror. Once officials that a generic evolution has entered the digital era. Dark and marksman, all bark and larkin, Hollis and Russian with chips made out of hammerhead shark fin. Thought you by my damn self. Tie your waist in your hand in the grill of my truck and your motherfucking face to the fan belt. Now I got a front row, seats of the damage and your face for floating across the van with eating a sandwich. As the car started, nose cartilage departed with eye sockets to toe, motherfucker. That's a part of it. Don't need pulling no anticipated damage. Brain matter to my window confirming your face has been vanished. My respect's not an option, it's demanded. He managed. Did him like I did him cause I thought he could stand it. If the block said no high-headed, cool, I'll admit it. I'm the first nigga to ever rock a piece of the sun as a fitted. Woo! I know, man.
Rhythm and poetry. Did you hear how his flow stayed on beat and there was no beat there? He stayed on track and the train wasn't even running. Did you hear it? How many youngsters do you hear today? I can understand if your intellect don't even get where I'm going. Don't even chime in because you're gonna bust your brain by me asking this question. How many youngsters today can you find that can stay on track, be on rhythm without the beat, and don't miss it? And that right there, just an ordinary guy. He's not in a recording studio. He's off the street. I'm moving on. Y'all don't understand. Check this out right here, y'all. If you do not agree with and will not support reparations, then why are you paying taxes? I repeat, if you do not agree with reparations and will not support reparations, why are you paying taxes? Ladies and gentlemen, when they came up with Social Security, Americans was against it. You ask poor people of today, are they proud that we have Social Security? Yes, yes. My grandmother, my grandfather, my mom, my dad, man, if it wasn't for Social Security, I don't know what they would do. Really? But at one point in time, Americans didn't want it. They fought tooth and nail not to get it. Why am I bringing this up in question in reference about reparations? If you are paying taxes, you can Google it yourself. Google it. You can Google it yourself. March 18, 2021, this came out. $31 billion for tribal governments and other federal incentives to the Native Americans will be disproportionated this year. This was March 18, 2021. $31 billion of taxpayers' money will be going to the Indian tribes. April 30th, 2021, it says the American Rescue Plan funds will provide much needed aid to the tribals government funding line. $900 million. That ain't got part to do with the $31 billion. I'm not even going into it. It's also talking about the Indian Health Service. It said that's what it said. The Indian Health Service said that it will provide money. It will service better and provide more for the Indian tribal reservations. $31 billion of your taxpayer money go to that. I give thumbs up. No one cries about it. No one says a thing. No one. Not one person. But you have so many brothers and sisters who are against reparations for blacks, reparations for the people like I talked about, Asheville, Linear Park down in Georgia, Rosewood down in Florida, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Central Park. Yeah, Central Park was all black at one point in time. Yeah. No one talks about that. Everyone, and like I said, that people do talk about that, but you have far too many people who are against that. But no one talks about all the money every year that goes to the tribal reservations. This year, $31 billion. Not one single person I've seen on the news, on podcasts, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, so on and so on. Not one person is talking about that. $31 billion with a B, big baller. Not one person. But we have so many clowns who are buck dancing. Yes, I said it, buck dancing. Being buck broken, if you know what that means. Not but, buck, B-U-C-K, broken. And they're against reparations. But they're not against them taxpayers' money going to the Indian reservation. Did the Indians get it worse than blacks? Did they? Little known history fact, do you know that some of the Indian reservations had black slaves too? The whites paid them to handle some of the blacks. Do your history. I do mine. I don't do his story, but I do history. We're going to progress on. I just want to throw that out there in reference to, and you're going to have some people, yo, LB. Nah, you can't yo, LB. It's in black and white. It's in black and white. You can knock it all you want, but hey, just where your heart sits. I know where mine sits. Okay, we're going to jump into this Rugrat deal. It's right here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not against gays. I have gay siblings. Some direct gay siblings. Love them. I've told them, I've told one of them that how dare I tell you who you can and can't date when, or shouldn't date, when my mother and father never told me who I could and couldn't date. But the Rugrats gone gay. What that means is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. It means that the reboot that they're coming up with, they confirmed that Phil and Lil's mother is openly gay. And also the Blues Clues has a gay pride parade with their singer. Ooh, check this one out. And I'm going to show the video on this one to show you. The Blues Clues. Now, if you guys think about this now, these are cartoons that came out in the 90s, I think. The Blues Clues, and they got a gay pride cartoon where the singer is holding a microphone with the black power fist. And if you guys remember this right here, the black power fist. I'm going to show the video. I want you to look at the microphone that the chick is wearing. Yeah, the song is kind of cheesy, but just listen, look at that microphone. And ask, why y'all have to do that? We know you want to include everybody, but why not have a sister in the cartoon? If you wanted to put, it's got this multi black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, but you put the black fist. Okay. Y'all watch this right here. This is it grabbed me. You guys ask me, yo, LB, where do you get this stuff from? I can't tell you. You nosy. Stop being nosy. Check it out.
Look at all these families. Hi, families. It's hurrah, hurrah. Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. This family has two mommies, they love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big...
Right there. Look at that microphone. Look at that microphone. The black fist. Really. The black power fist. The black comb. They still make it to this day. Why did you suckers think you was slick to put that on there and you think people would see it?
Hooray! Families marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. This family has two daddies, they love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Come on, friends! Families marching three by three, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching three by three, hurrah, hurrah. These papas are non-binary, they love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade.
Look at them. People, these people are witty, and we have to be smarter to not allow these type of people to get to our children and corrupt our kids. That's all I have to say in reference to this. I mean, it's pathetic. If you want to watch it, go to YouTube. It's titled The Blues Clues Pride Parade Sing Along featuring Nina West. But I'm not hurrahing that anymore. Nah. I just honestly feel that, these people need to back the hell up off the kids. And it's clear that they're not going to do it. So the responsibility lies on you adults. Protect your babies. Yes, yes, yes. Protect your babies. Protect them. Give them a fair chance. If your sibling decides at one point in time they want to date, little Johnny wants to date little Joseph. Well, it won't be little, but once they become of age of dating, they want to date a boy. That's their preference. But don't teach them that this is the route little boys need to go. And don't teach little Sarah, Kayla, who plays with her piano in the tub after mama puts her down in it. What 6-year-old? Yeah, that's still bothering me. Yeah, all baby's gonna do that. It might be itching or something. It's a part of their body, their skin, everything itches and feels on the body. But who gonna sit there? Oh, it gets big and points to the sky, and it's okay for you to touch it, little boy. And her the same thing. They varmints, man. They varmints. Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed earlier what the definition of varmint, they varmints. Just varmints. Just don't make no sense. Just varmints. I did promise you guys, check this out right here. I did promise you guys that we got one of these right here. Let's move this. I told you that. I told you we got one. But the thing of the big dummy is this here. I played it last night. And it really wasn't the big dummy that I played last night, but it turned out I had several people hitting me up saying, yo, L, you got to play it again. You got to play it again. And guys, the only thing I can say in reference to the big dummy is when you're cooking, please, ladies and gentlemen, when you're cooking, please leave the pets, leave the pound puppy out of the kitchen. Please. Leave the cat. Oh, gosh, cats. Leave the cat out of the kitchen. That's all. That's the only thing I can come up with. Because you cooking around animals ain't going to fly with some people. Some people don't care. Some people will kiss the dog and cat in the mouth right with you and help you continue preparing whatever you're preparing. Don't do that and I find out. God just might have to cuss you out. And I'm being real. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out.
All around the pan, and then you're going to take
the ground beef. Country ground beef. But first,
It's a dog in there.
No.
There it is.
Sarah,
Okay, and so then
don't put your hand back on that meat like that, Sarah.
Okay, so you want to smash this down. I'm going to take the cheese. I'm going to cheese it out. He likes to cheese.
Quit feeding the goddamn puppy and touching it.
Peppers. Put a little extra onion in.
Okay.
No.
Oh yeah. He might as well. Oh yeah. Why not just push it the fuck back in the meal?
Another bowl of beef. And just cover the
Just
whole.
cover it in COVID.
Give it a nice
Like a coating?
coating.
Yeah. Fucking nice coat of COVID.
Ooh, boy. It's cheesy, beef, bacon, and peppers.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Right.
People,
Bacon.
look at the brothers. He is just crying. He hurting because he can't believe that this lady's going to destroy that beef and that bacon. How do you destroy the beef and the bacon? Well, she did it. She destroyed the beef and the bacon. Maybe not to her taste buds because she's a varmint. You go back to the earlier part. Y'all got to rewind back as to what a varmint is. She's a varmint. That's a clear definition. This lady right here with her pretty fingernails, a varmint. Check it out. One more again. But watch this brother's face. Oh my gosh, he hurting.
All around the pan.
Wow.
And then you're going to take the ground beef. Country ground beef. But first, you're going to feed you a doggy.
No.
Please, you good boy.
Sarah,
Okay, and so then
don't
you're gonna
put your
take
hand back on that
your
meat like that,
bowl of
Sarah.
beef. Okay, so you want to smash this down. I'm going to take the cheese. I'm going to cheese it out. He likes to cheese.
Quit feeding the goddamn puppy and touching it.
Peppers. Put a little extra onion in.
Okay.
No.
Oh yeah. He might as well. Oh yeah. Why not just push it the fuck back in the meal?
Another bowl of beef. And just cover the
Just
whole.
cover it in COVID.
Give it a nice
Like a coating?
coating.
Yeah. Fucking nice coat of COVID.
Ooh, boy. It's cheesy, beef, bacon, and peppers.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Right.
See, now on this one right here, it's kind of hard. Some of my friends who got pets, it's kind of hard for me to eat y'all's food. So if you find that LB won't eat your food, just go ahead and put the check mark on it. It's because I got cats and dogs in the house. Just go ahead and do that, because I will hurt your damn feelings, especially if I eat it and I smell or taste something that tastes like a cat or a dog or Bowsy Wowsy or a feline. I'm cussing your ass out. I might throw the damn food at you and cuss you out. And if it get extra, we just might have to go to blows because you don't do that. Damn, nasty mothers. What's wrong with y'all? And people, don't give me. It ain't white people. Just like it ain't just white people. You got some nasty varmint ass black folks too. Chinese folks. Hispanics. Yeah. Italians. Yeah, some of them motherfuckers nasty too. Yeah. You got a lot of just nasty people in the world. But for this brother right here, don't you show me what you got in your kitchen. Come tell you right now. No, I don't want nothing. I'm good. You want a glass of water? I might not even want a bottle of water. I'm just good. I might not even want to sit down. Can I just go back outside and hang out? We're good. Because you done fucked me up. You got dogs and cats all in the damn kitchen. And I ain't seen you not wash your hand. And you kissed the dog earlier. Ladies and gentlemen. That's all we got for Hot Topics this evening. And like I said earlier, if you haven't had a chance to go and check out Tony Flo Nice album, he just released an album a month ago, a little bit more than a month ago. He has real good music. Check him out on YouTube. Go to his Facebook page, link up with him there. Instagram, link up with him there. And check out his music. Support the brother. He's doing his thing. By you supporting us, it helps us to do bigger and better things, to bring better content to you, to keep supplying some of the necessary things that you need to, just make your life, your day and your life go better throughout the week, throughout the day, throughout the month. Some things we say on Hot Topics is funny. Some things we say on Hot Topics is educational. Some things we say on Hot Topics is very, very important that you really need to know. And some things we say on Hot Topics is very controversial. It's a little bit of something for everybody. And if we support one another, you'll be amazed at how far and how much more we can do. Just as the young brother down in South Carolina, I said it to say, go support Tony Flow Nice.
We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. Got a few situations that we wanna talk about. Got a few disagreements, we gon' need to talk it out. Right here in the hot seat, no need for another route. We gon' keep it 100 without the bottle count. LB gon' pull it out you, a dentist with a drill. Don't be all up in your feelings, auntie gon' keep it real. Uncut with no chasing, no guard and no shield. Conversation productive, ain't worried about how you feel. Discussions keep on rising, shooting just like a rocket. They gon' need some addressing. Climaxing, can I stop it? Old news telling lies and getting out the pocket. This is Urban Rose Media, giving you hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. Just put it on the